Just how effective is a stay-at-home order at curbing transmission? A new study answers that question and more by comparing different COVID-19 policies in different countries. ABC 10 News anchor Derek Stahl goes in depth on the three measures that researchers say work the best.
From business closures to limits on gatherings, there's growing evidence that government restrictions do slow the spread of COVID-19, albeit at an economic cost.
We have to open up, otherwise we risk losing our business entirely.
Now, a new study in the journal Science finds some policies work better than others. The researchers examined 7 kinds of COVID-19 restrictions in 41 countries outside the U.S., primarily in Europe, and compared them to the cases and death rates in those countries over time. They found limiting gatherings to 10 people was the most effective intervention, reducing the transmission rate by 42%. Closing schools and universities was next, cutting transmission by 38%. However, those 2 policies alone are not enough to control the virus. The researchers also measured the impact of 2 kinds of business closures: targeted closures of high-risk businesses like restaurants, bars, and nightclubs, and broad closures of most non-essential businesses. They found the broad closures were only somewhat more effective than targeted closures, cutting transmission 27% compared to 18%. Therefore, the authors wrote, targeted business closures can be a promising policy option in some circumstances. The study estimates those 3 policies, closing high-risk businesses, closing schools, and limiting gatherings to 10 people or less, together are enough to slow infections. So how about those stay-at-home orders?
The numbers are increasing because people are not adhering to the stay-at-home orders.
Mandatory stay-at-home orders tend to be a last resort when there are other restrictions already in place.
We are now mandating that we are implementing a stay-at-home order.
The researchers found issuing a stay-at-home order had a small effect when a country had already closed educational institutions, closed non-essential businesses, and banned gatherings. Stay-at-home orders cut transmission another 13%, suggesting they may offer more pain than protection. Derek Stahl, ABC 10 News.
This study did not examine the impact of mask wearing, but other studies have found they can also significantly reduce the spread of COVID-19.